Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. I'm Joe. Now, quite a few of you for a while have been commenting on my various videos saying you wanted to see a kind of whisky collection review. So here is me doing a whisky collection review of my little collection. Now, it's very, very unromantic. Haven't got any nice shelves for it yet, just simply because I haven't got around to it, lack of space, etc, etc. So basically, all my whiskies are just stuck on my floor in the corner of my bedroom. So I'm just going to go through kind of what I've got. Some of them you obviously might have seen before. I've reviewed. Some of them you might not have. Some of them obviously I plan to review in the future. So I'm just sorting out this camera angle. So yeah, I apologise for the very, very amateur way I'm doing this, but it's whiskey. It doesn't need to be really romantic. It's a really great drink. So what have I got? Benriach 17 Septemdecem. Just reviewed that a couple of weeks ago. Got an Overeem tasting pack that I will review. Did an awesome Overeem tweet tasting last week on Twitter, which was really good. So I'm going to be reviewing some of those. So I've got port cask matured, cask strength, sherry cask matured, and sherry cask matured cask strength. So looking forward to reviewing them on my channel. What have we got? Bulleit Bourbon. Got some left in there. Going to review that. Hankey Bannister Heritage Blend, 46%. Really good little budget blend. Kind of ups the ante on the standard Hankey Bannister. I've got a bottle of the American Jim Beam Black, the 8-year-old, which is something that's exclusive to America, but I managed to pick it up at a little local off license, like literally round the corner from mine. So that was a nice little find for a ridiculously cheap price. So that's the 8-year-old Jim Beam Black rather than the Jim Beam Black triple aged, which is 6 years old in the UK. What else have I got? I've got Old Portney 1990, lightly peated 23-year-old, absolutely awesome whiskey. So I'm going to be reviewing that at some point in the near future. This is why I said the other week, so many whiskies, so little time. What else have we got? I've got some samples there. Aaron that I reviewed, so I kept them for a friend. SMWS 33.131 sample, I think that's an Ardbeg. Longrow 18, the old edition, or the previous edition because the new one's just come out. So that's unopened. I'll review that at some point. What else have I got? I've got a very bizarre Swedish malt. This malt actually won Best European Whiskey according to Jim Murray in the Whiskey Bible. I think a year ago or so. 52%. It's kind of peated and matured in old oak beer casks that have been smoked. Really strange. Kind of tastes like Twiglets, if you've ever tried Twiglets, kind of barbecuey. What else have I got? Longrow CV, you've seen me review that little bottle. I'm waiting to review that and compare it to the 18, see what it's like. What else? I've got it's not Glengoyne 18, it is a Glengoyne from the barrel bottling that I got from the distillery. You can see I've signed it, J. Ellis, the date and everything like that. So that's a distillery cask, 15-year-old bourbon cask matured, or 16-year-old bourbon cask matured, cask strength. Awesome, really good. So Glengoyne. What else have I got? I've got a. Look at there. This isn't Glenmorangie. This is just a tube my good friend Andy Duckworth from the Manchester Whisky Club gave me a while back. It's Alvis single grain Scotch whisky, £11 a bottle. I think the less said about that the better. It's £11 a bottle, and it's probably 3-year-old grain with loads of caramel colouring. It's fine for cooking and, you know, cocktails, that kind of stuff. Anyway, Old Raj Gin. I know it's not whiskey, but it's 55%, infused with saffron, bottled by Cadenheads. Slightly yellow tint to it because of the saffron that they use to infuse it. Really tasty. I'm going to be making some Negronis later, and maybe some Boulevardiers with some of these whiskies as well, because it is bank holiday. So, Hackshoe 18. This is one I got for Christmas. So I haven't drunk much of that. Going to be reviewing that at some point. Let's go for my SMWS bottles. This is my SMWS pack, a bit dusty, which you get when you join the SMWS. So you get a little booklet, and then in here we've got it's a 25-year-old Bowmore, I think it is. No, 17-year-old Bowmore, 25-year-old Glengarry, I think, and a Glenmurray, 17-year-old, all at cask strength, single cask bottling. So I'll just put them up there. That's the pack you get when you join the SMWS. So at some point we will review those. Those back. I hope you're enjoying this so far, and the very unromantic whiskey collection of Whisky Wednesday. I will at some point get some shelves and display it all nicely, but for now, you know, it's only me looking at it. I'm not having hordes of Russian oligarchs around all the time, so you know, it doesn't really bother me. Anyway, I've got a nice. This is an old 80s or 70s bottling of Dimple, sorry, that a friend gave me a sample of. Talking Dimple in mind, got a bottle of Dimple that I haven't opened yet. Dimple 15-year-old. So at some point I will review that and compare it myself to a little sample. In fact, what I'll do, I'll tidy up. I'll put the sample in there, nice and tidy. SMWS bottles, Altmore, 24-year-old. I've reviewed that before. Amazing whiskey, ridiculously good. Viking Fire Funerals. This is an 18-year-old Kalila. Again, not drank much of that, so I will review that at some point. What else we got? 66.53, which is an Ardmore, matured in first fill white wine hogshead. 9 years old, bottled at 60.9%. Delicious, really intense, but absolutely delicious. What else? 72.41. This is a first fill white wine hogshead. Struggling to remember what this is. I think it's a Teenage or a Milton Duff. I think it's a Milton Duff. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's either Milton Duff or Teenage. I can't remember all the numbers. But yeah, 72.41. If you just Google that, I'm sure it'll tell you. At some point I'll review that. 35.105, which is 17-year-old Glenmurray. Again, apparently I can't wait to try that. It's first fill designer barrel. What else? Jim Beam Devil's Cut. Won this in a cocktail competition back in the day as well. I was doing cocktail comps about a year or so ago. So yeah, Jim Beam Devil's Cut. Straight Kentucky bourbon. What else? Half bottles of Old Pontley 12 and Old Pontley 17. Both delicious whiskies, both pretty much unopened. I've opened the 12 to try a little bit of it. Obviously I've tried it before plenty of times, but bought those to do a nice comparison. Be nice to compare it to the 1990 actually as well. Bottle of Appleton Estate rum, cocktails, etc. It's an okay rum. What else? I bought this ages and ages ago. I can move back now, get into the shop more. Ages and ages ago, this is a M&S exclusive of Glenfarclas, 2003. So it works out about a 10-year-old, 2003 vintage, Glenfarclas exclusive to M&S, Marks and Spencer's, which is a, I'm sure most of you know it, but it's a kind of quite a posh, high-end supermarket in the UK. What else behind me? So Oak Aged vodka, which I've got not much left of. That's what I'll do now. Tidy up and all that. I'll decant the remains of this into that. There you go. So yeah, Oak Aged vodka. Still none the wiser as to what to do with this really. It's a bit strange. I'll find some use for it at some point. So put that there. Oak Aged vodka. Again, I've done a video of that on my channel, so check it out. Auchentoshan 3-wood. Uses in a cocktail competition. Really tasty dram. I need to review that at some point because it's getting down. Delicious, really rich, kind of fruit-cakey, sticky toffee pudding whiskey. What else have we got behind me? Glenelgin 12. Delicious little Speyside. Massively underrated. Quite hard to get hold of. You'll only really get hold of this in specialists. Seek it out. It's delicious. It's almost between a Glendronach and a Glenfarclas. Kind of sherry, kind of quite dry and kind of juicy raisins, quite fruity. Delicious. I would seek Glenelgan out. And it's such a shame they don't do more at the distillery in terms of the range. You can get kind of independent bottlings of it now and again, but I wish I'd do more. Next one, we've got a Douglas of Drumlanrig single cask Glentochas 8-year-old, which is exclusive to the whisky shop. Tried a sample of that and it is delicious, so I bought a bottle. So yeah, we'll be reviewing that at some point, opening that up, cracking that open. You always get some quite interesting single casks from independent bottlers. Benriach 17-year-old Solstice. Opened that, I shared it with my friend the other day. Amazing. Really, really, really tasty. So it's a heavily peated port finish. What else have we got? Lagavulin 12, 2013. I reviewed this last week, or week before last. Half a bottle of that left. PT Isla. See, you've seen that before. What else? Struggling to balance these now. A cheeky little bottle of Ardbeg Alligator. About a third of the way through that bottle. Just ridiculous. I'm trying to save it because I know I'm never going to get that at the price I did. I picked it up about a year ago for about £55. Yeah, it was a it was a good deal. So yeah. What else? I've got a Glengarry mini pack. Glengarry mini pack 15, 18 and 10. I will be reviewing those at some point in a vertical tasting, week on week. I've got Glenfiddich 12, mini 20cl bottle, Glenfiddich 15, Solera Reserve, and Glenfiddich 18, Ancient Reserve. Wanted to get them. Again, I got these about a year ago. Haven't opened them apart from the 12, just to do a little bit of a beer comparison. But I'll review those at some point because I know how popular they are. That's there. What else? Jack Daniel's Rested Rye. Opened that. Actually, you know, semi-impressed. I am. Very different, obviously, to their normal stuff that they release, because it's not, their normal stuff isn't rye whiskey, it's more of a kind of a bourbon style, although it's not technically bourbon. So yeah, Rested Rye, I'll be reviewing that at some point, giving it a fair analysis for a rye whiskey. Almost getting there. We've got a very, very sexy Highland Park miniature pack, which again I picked up for a really good price because the shop that was selling it still had it for on the old pricing. So in here you get these retail now for about £99. They've kind of re-released them, but I got mine for about, I think it was about £50. I think I got it for, which is just ridiculously good. Look at that. 12, 15, 18, 25 and 30-year-old Highland Park. Cannot wait to get my teeth stuck into those. All these will be reviewed at some point. Next one, Pompous Box Spice Tree, one of my favourite whiskies of all time. It is absolutely delicious. It's got a full bottle of that. Awesome story behind it. Pompous Box are doing some fantastic whiskies. So yeah, Pompous Box Spice Tree. Alright, right, almost there. Valentine's 21. You saw me review that a couple of weeks ago. Not got much left in the bottle. I'm going to share that with friends. What else? I'm sorry my head's not in this whole shot. Don't think you guys mind. I've got my Tantalus, which is a decanter set full of black Bushmills, and I need to refill it. Used to contain Ballynickel Jarvie, but that's been discontinued, so I'll have to find a replacement drum. Glengarry 12. Great little Highland whiskey. Haven't opened that, so I'll review that at some point. Some of these are quite dusty, you know. Right. Next one. The Lakes. The One, the Great British Blend, a blend of all the different British Isles whiskies. So that's Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, England, Wales. So yeah, by the Lakes Distillery. Anok 12. I reviewed that a couple of weeks back. Very delicious, pretty much got a full bottle of that left. What else? Johnny Walker Double Black, Smokey version of their black label. I think have I opened that? Haven't even opened that. Bought that about 2 years ago. Delicious. So I'll review that at some point. Okay, Eldorado 15-year-old rum. One of my favourite all-time rums. I'm not a huge rum drinker, but I remember trying this for the first time and absolutely falling in love with it. It is stunning. So yeah, I will review a rum at some point, Eldorado. It's delicious, absolutely gorgeous. What else? Cragganmore 12, classic Speyside whiskey from Diageo, used massively in the Johnny Walker blends. Again, pretty much full bottle of that. I've only opened it for a little taste. So yeah, Cragganmore 12. At some point I will definitely review that. All of these will be reviewed, if not they have been already. A little miniature of the Robert Burns Arran single malt. Glenlivet Guardians limited release. Sherry cask matured Glenlivet. Looking forward to that. What else? A Cappadonic by Gordon and MacPhail, closed distillery, 1998 bottling, no 1998 vintage, sorry. Cappadonic, little closed distillery from Speyside. We've got the hilarious Chivalry. Check this out. It's got a drawbridge. It's the most hilarious bottle in the world. It's the most tacky packaging, and the only reason I bought it was for the packaging. Absolutely genius. 18-year-old blended Scotch whiskey, hilarious. It's all this stuff with knights on. I think they got in trouble with Pernod Ricard for calling it Chivas Regal, sorry. So yeah, I'll review that at some point. I mean, that video probably won't get any views at all, but I mean, some of you might come back and watch it because you want to hear what I have to say on the drawbridge whiskey. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. It's got a look at that, a drawbridge. What will they think of next? Couple of Master of Malt sample packs, reference series. Get through those at some point. This is my investment corner in this right corner. Glengarry 10. So I bought a couple of these for investment. Glengarry 10. That's going to stay with me for about 10 years. See what happens with that. It's discontinued, so some of these are worth collecting. I've got 2 bottles of the Macallan Sherrywood. Again, I'll probably drink one, keep one, see what happens. I probably end up drinking both of them. But yeah, the Macallan Sherrywood, I'm sure you've seen it before. 5 years old, lovely and rich colour. Almost there, guys, almost there. Almost there. What else? Okay. Bottle of Mortlach 16. Again, not closed distillery, discontinued line, collectible. Got a bottle of Glenlivet 18 for drinking. Half through bottle of that, delicious. One of my favourite malts. One of the whiskies that kind of got me into whiskey in the first place. Tomatin Legacy, which is finished in virgin oak. I remember really enjoying that full-size bottle. Again, I bought that about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Still haven't opened it. Looking forward to kind of getting my teeth stuck into that. And I think, you know what, that is about it. A sample of Glenallachie 9-year-old. Just some stuff that I need to chuck away. A bottle of King's Ginger liqueur, which is tasty, I use it in cocktails. And that, my friends, is about it. Yeah, that's about it. That's my collection. Sorry it's been very, very amateur. Sorry it's been very unromantic. I haven't had sexy shelves to look at. But, you know, it's whiskey. You pour it and then you forget about the bottle. I'm not pouring my whiskey and staring at my shelf. I'm pouring it and drinking it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know which review you would like to see next. If you guys have got any preference. If I get an influx of requests for a particular whiskey, I will review it much sooner rather than later. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please share links or whatever to your collections. It'd be nice to see what you guys have. Follow me on Twitter, retweet me on Facebook. The other way around. It's been a long weekend, long week. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. share the video, let me know what you think of my collection, and I will see you next week, guys. Cheers, bye bye.